Good evening. Ooh, it works. And welcome. May the 4th be with you. You have to, you just have to. Tonight is a celebration of music to end a fantastic school year and an opportunity for us to play our instruments together. And I say fantastic school year because everybody's just moping this year, But we had a pretty awesome marching season with the memorable show. I remember it, Planet Earth. I don't remember anything, right? Christmas concert, we got rained out of our veterans performance. These guys on stage had straight ones at LGPE, our concert festival, absolutely. We had students make district honor band, students make the all-state honor band. We had students make an all-county honor band, our first time to do that. Not the first time to make it, the first time to have one. And all of that was done during a time when a lot of people just want to mope. And this has been a fantastic year. And I think that the group on stage just showed that they're worthy of celebration with our first piece, which was Star Wars, The Marches. You heard from the Gungans and you heard from the Ewoks, and then the more familiar, the hero of the story, Darth Vader, and some of the rebel themes. So I won't talk. I told them I wouldn't talk, and I've already talked more than I would. I'm not conducting everything on this concert. I've got some very able students, and our next piece is called Whispers from the Heart. It's a ballad, it's a chorale, and it will be conducted on stage by senior clarinetist Joey Steed. Joey? Before we play our next piece, tonight has been billed as a night of celebration and recognition. I'd like to just read a list of students who've received a letter in music this year. The way we do that is the students who have been in the band more than 2 years and are at least a sophomore, who have attended all the games. Of course, this year with all the mandatory quarantines, we've relaxed that a little bit, and participated in all functions, are eligible to receive a letter. In the Symphonic Band this year, these students received a letter. They will go to Dr. Scheckschneider's office on whenever, and let him know that they're ready for their letter, and he will provide it. Those who have already received a letter, either an academic letter or an athletic letter, will then receive a band pin to go along with that letter. These students have received an academic letter. Students, please stand as I call your name and remain standing. And parents, if you want to be here all night, clap for every one of them. And if you'd like to get on with your life, hold your applause until the end of the list, okay? Receiving letters this year: seniors Luke Kyle, Abby Mannion, Colton Mullins, Joey Steed. Juniors Elizabeth Allen, Colin Boothby, Gethin Brock, Kaylee Caraway, Kenneth Crittenden, Ben Dineski, Kyla Hall, Victoria Pelham, Ethan Purple, Zachary Sheeler, Jacob Trotter, and Joel Wolf. Sophomores Sarah Alton, Abigail Black, Abby Bradford, Jake Brown, Dalen Bruce, Brandon Burns, Jonathan Butler, Autumn Capehart, Emery Crittenden, Marissa Curtis, Ryan Daniels, Bryce Davidson, Ben Davis, Ethan Gonzalez, Ian Gonzalez, Sarah Gray, Dylan Hayes, Noah Lyles, Chase Maynor, Rebecca McFeeters, Bly Metcalf, Emily Mosier, Eli Nelson, Devlin Nichols, Andrew Phillips, Emily Redman, Eli Richardson, Legend Smith, Michaela Smith, Cash Statham, Jacob Stevenson, Judah Wilson, and Leah Wright. Thank you guys for your hard work for the band. Have a seat. And freshmen, don't feel bad. You'll stand next year. Okay. And now, the third song of the evening, conducted by the second student conductor of the evening, will be the Whip and Spur Gallop, conducted by our front ensemble captain and concert oboist, Abby Mannion. Before our next number, I'd like to introduce the members of the symphonic band that were selected to the Catoosa County All-County Band. Those members, if they will please stand and be recognized at the end, are Ryan Daniels, Anna Gaylor, Ethan Gonzalez, Ashton Ing, Rebecca McFeeters, Ian Mims, Eli Nelson, Andrew Phillips, Boone Smith, Emily Redman, and Emily Taylor. Please give them a round of applause. Thank you, guys. You can have a seat. They got a certificate at the event, so this is just the recognition of that certificate. The next group to play will be the Symphonic Band Percussion Ensemble under the direction of Colin James. Here they are playing Bangito. The Symphonic Band had several members selected to our District Honor Band, which was just held this weekend in Carrollton, Georgia. Those students performed a fantastic concert after rehearsing Friday all day and Saturday morning. The students from Symphonic Band who were selected and participated in the District 7 Honor Band are Ashton Ing, Ian Mims, and Andrew Phillips. Thank you, guys. The next piece we play is in anticipation of next fall's halftime show. We're doing Bond for the show. And so for our next performance, we'll perform Adele's Skyfall, the title track for the movie of the same name. Here is Skyfall. Before our final number this evening, I would be remiss if I didn't thank our administrators both at the school level, Mr. Bradford, Dr. Scheck-Schneider, Dr. Scott, Eric Beagles, and also at the county level, because with all of the different protocols in place, without the support of our superintendent and all the measures she has put into place to keep our kids safe but still active and involved, we would not be able to do this. These kids deserve it. They have worked very, very hard. I think you can hear the results of that effort today. Thank you. Thank you, administrators at all levels. I have one more award to recognize. We'll give the trophy and the plaque later, but usually in the spring concert we do award some senior awards. And one of our seniors here in Symphonic Band is the recipient of the Director's Award. This is an award given for a student who's reliable, consistent, is a senior, someone that I can count on and look to every day to know their part, to help the others in their section, to be prepared at all times. And this year's Director's Award, along with the trophy and the name on the plaque in the band room in perpetuity, is Joey Steed. Joey, would you stand up and be recognized, please? Now, if you don't know Joey, he is not in his comfort level being talked about or standing in front of people. And he did a fantastic job conducting today and did a fantastic job, in fact, preparing that piece that he conducted, and is now doing a great job of standing there and not running and hiding. So thank you, Joey. You can have a seat. The final piece, thank you, I'm sorry. You can actually have a seat. The final piece for the Symphonic Band this evening will be To Challenge the Sky and Heavens Above. And then we will have a recess, and the wind ensemble will perform at 8. You're welcome to leave so that we can clear, but you're also welcome to stay as long as we continue to observe social distancing and safe practices. To Challenge the Sky and Heavens Above, Heritage High School Symphonic Band. Thank you and welcome. Welcome to the 2021 Spring Concert Celebration and Recognition. That was Malagueña. You may wonder, why do you play Malagueña on May the 4th, National Star Wars Day? Well, the way this year's been going, it may as well have been May the 5th, and we needed to be prepared, because Cinco de Mayo would be a great day to play Malagueña. And so was today. So, Malagueña. You are in for a treat tonight. We have several guest conductors. We have a fun program lined up. The next piece we have today is called Lasses Trombone, and we're featuring our head drum major from the 2020 marching band season, Gavin Anchondo, as the conductor. Please welcome Gavin to the podium and the trombones to the front of the stage. Gavin Anchondo. Now begins the first of several opportunities to recognize our students. You may clap after every name if you don't mind being here until midnight. Or, opportunity B, clap at the end of the list. The letter, the school letter, the high school letter is a tradition as old as time, and our students receive one letter, whether it's academic, athletic, music, and then they receive pins from all their other activities to add to that letter. They can put the letter on a jacket or a sweater or a shelf. It's their choice, it's their letter. These students earn the letter by showing up, by participating at least 2 years, by being at least a sophomore, and there is an attendance requirement, but because COVID required so many mandatory quarantines, we have waived that requirement this year. Please hold your applause to the end as these students stand and stay standing until the entire list is read. Here are the 2020-2021 Letterman in Music. Seniors, Gavin Anchando, Edie Atwell, Cody Bailey, Sarah Bramlett, Madison Brandt, Neil Bright, Nathan Campbell, Trey Faulkner, Jeffrey Fletcher, Sarah Goins, Adrian Gonzalez, Olivia Hollander, Grace Price, Taylor Quinn, Stephen Scott, Emily Vaughn, Andrew Song. Juniors Sydney Bell, Tony Benavides, Carly Blevins, Caleb Boland, Dylan Campbell, Maddie Coffey, Gavin Colquitt, Anjali Culver, Dixie Edmondson, McKenna Fountain, Alex Frost, Samantha Guess, Michael Harden, Elise Hayen, Justin Haynes, Ben Hicks, Abby Jarvis, Will Jones, Brooke McCormick, Grant Moore, Liam Peterson, Madison Proctor, Micah Rhodes, Braden Robertson, Samantha Showalter, Justice Smith, Peyton Smith, Kayla Stevens, Parker Taylor, Brenna Voiles, and sophomores Gray Alton, Sophie Atwell, Parker Hayen, Andrew Higgins, and Caleb Johnson. Please show your support for these Lettermen. Thank you, guys. You may have a seat. The first of several guest conductors tonight is our band captain from this fall. He's an Eagle Scout. He's a really great guy. Are you an Eagle Scout? Am I being? He's a member of the fantastically popular Daisy Skies. He'll love that I mentioned that. And this will be his first time conducting a public performance. Please welcome Neil Bright to the podium to conduct Tribute. Neil Bright. Captain Bright. Before we play our next song, I'd like to recognize another group of students. Given the uncertainty of the year, we were not sure if they would have an all-state clinic or a district honor band clinic. So the directors of Catoosa County had our first all-county clinic. It was made up of students who had auditioned well for district and all-state, and they were able to participate in that clinic in February when we would have had our regularly scheduled district honor band clinic. Once again, please hold your applause to the end as we acknowledge those students who were eligible for the Catoosa County Honor Band. Those students are Gray Alton, Sophie Atwell, Sydney Bell, Tony Benavides, Madison Brandt, Neil Bright, Hayden Buckman, Dylan Campbell, Nathan Campbell, Maggie Chen, Maddie Coffey, Gavin Colquitt, Anjali Culver, Dixie Edmondson, Trey Faulkner, Alex Frost, Noah Grell, Elise Hayen, Parker Hayen, Justin Haynes, Olivia Hollander, Caleb Johnson, Ellery Johnson, Emily Lynn, Nicholas Mendez, Carmen Potter, Micah Rhodes, Stephen Scott, Emma Shields, Samantha Showalter, Justice Smith, Peyton Smith, Andrew Song, Kayla Stevens, Parker Taylor, Owen Tollett, and Emily Vaughn. Please clap for these all-county band members. Thank you. And may the 4th be with you. There are Star Wars medleys, and there are Star Wars medleys. That one got my heart rate up a little bit. The next group of students I'd like to honor are our district honor band students. These students were able to do an honor clinic just this past weekend. We normally host that clinic here in Ringgold. We share the responsibilities with Heritage High School and Ringgold High School. And this year, because of COVID restrictions, they decided to move the clinic to last weekend. And many of our students were able to participate. Many were participating in the musical here at school and weren't. But they did deserve the honor, and they will be recognized. Our District 7 honor band students from the Wind Ensemble, if you'll please stand when I call your name and remain standing, are Hayden Buckman, Nathan Campbell, Maddie Coffey, Anjali Culver, Alex Frost, Noah Grell, Elise Hayen, Parker Hayen, Olivia Hollander, Ellery Johnson, Maggie Chen, Emily Lynn, Carmen Potter, Micah Rhodes, Stephen Scott, Andrew Song, Kayla Stevens, Owen Tollett, and Emily Vaughn. Please give a round of applause to these District Honor Band members. Thank you, guys. We are quite blessed here at Heritage to be allowed to have a percussion instructor of the caliber of one Colin James. The next piece on the program is Colin James and the Jamesettes performing the Brandenburg Concerto No. 2. Please welcome the Jamesettes to the stage. The Heritage High School Wind Ensemble Percussion. I have two groups of students I'd like to acknowledge between this and the next song. One is our all-state band members. They weren't sure if there was going to be an all-state audition, and then there was a virtual audition a little less than a month after the original audition was supposed to happen. They rescheduled the all-state event to prom day, and then they canceled that event and substituted a virtual all-state experience so that none of our students had to make that Sophie's choice of prom or all-state. Our all-staters, those who earned the right to be members of the Georgia All-State Band, please stand and remain standing. You know the drill. Tony Benavides, Hayden Buckman, Nathan Campbell, Maddie Coffey, Anjali Culver, Noah Grell, Elise Hayen, Parker Hayen, Olivia Hollander, Emily Lynn, Stephen Scott, and Andrew Song. Please give a round of applause to our all-staters. Thank you. And can I just say, virtual auditions, parents, you know this if you have one of these children, are absolute torture. Because on a regular audition, you walk in the room and it's over, no matter how well or poorly you performed in that audition. But on a virtual audition, you can record it as many times as you want to, or feel compelled to, or are obsessively, compulsively required to. And all-state students tend to be of that variety. So those students went through just anguishing, obsessive, compulsive to earn that spot. And I appreciate all the work you guys put into it. Hopefully we'll get to do in person again so they can just be very, very upset on one day. The next group I'd like to recognize is an incredibly elite group. Every summer, they have the Georgia Governor's Honors Program. It's an honors program in residence in Georgia. This year, I think it's at Berry College. It's full tuition paid. The students go and study their craft. The offerings range from social sciences to the arts to political science, psychology, anything that might interest a very advanced student. This is another grueling interview, audition, re-interview, re-audition process, and it's one that helps the students develop into more confident and secure adults. But along the way, it can be quite challenging. We're very fortunate this year to have 3 students participating in the Governor's Honors Program in music. One is a holdover from last year, but I don't think we ever got to recognize her. I'll acknowledge them. And one is an alternate who may get called up at a moment's notice, given that someone may be quarantined, and he'll get that opportunity. But our 4 Governor's Honors selections: Elise Hayen from 2020, Anjali Culver from 2021, Parker Hayen from 2021, and Tony Benavides, an alternate for 2021. Please give these 4 students a round of applause. Thank you, guys. Anybody who knows me knows I don't keep secrets. You know exactly how I feel about you. That's good or bad, depending on how I feel about you. I also don't have a thought that doesn't come out of my face. So we have known for a while that next fall we will be performing the Bond Show. And to introduce the Bond Show, this is not the music we'll be performing. This is a really, I think, great arrangement. Are 2 of our returning drum majors for next year. Please welcome to the podium Sydney Bell and Elise Hayen, conducting the wind ensemble through Bond, James Bond. We have a few more awards, one more song, and a prose selection that's relatively brief to finish off this portion of our evening of celebration and recognition. First of all, no concert would be complete without thanking our administrators. From our school level administrators, Mr. Bradford, Dr. Scott, Dr. Scheck Schneider, Eric Beagles, to our county administrators who always approve and clear everything that they can to make us, allow us to do as much as we possibly can while being safe and practical in an interesting school year. Thank you to Dina Reese and the school board for allowing us to do as much as we've been able to do this year. It has been a fantastic year for the musicians in our band. I hope maybe they're like, the new band director, he's not so great, but everything else is awesome. But thank you. I would be remiss not to thank Blair Calloway for leaving the program in such good shape that I can step in and just really continue. In fact, if you've noticed tonight, I really haven't been doing much of anything but talking, and my apologies. But the students are truly student leaders, and their leadership has been phenomenal this year to make everything hold together. We have 3 awards that typically go to seniors, and these awards are sort of our senior superlatives in band. They're national awards. Actually, there are 4. I've already given out one of them, and so there are 3 remaining. And they're national band awards that are given out across the country to top students in the band. With a senior class like this, boy, it's hard to choose. So please don't be the person who's disappointed that your child didn't. But I feel like when you hear the recipients of these, everybody will recognize and understand that these kids are certainly deserving. The first of these 3 awards is the National Marching Band Award. This is given to a senior in the school for their contributions to the marching band, their dedication to their performance, their showing up every day, being there all the time. This year's recipient, and they'll receive their trophies and the plaque on the wall later, just like with the letters. But this is a recognition. Please congratulate Nathan Campbell for receiving the National Marching Band Award. Nathan was the height of consistency on his solo on the field, was a great section leader for the trombones, and just a fantastic kid who never asked why, but only how much and how high. The second award is the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award. This is another difficult choice, as we've had many of our jazz students receive honors this year and in the past. But then when I thought about it, it wasn't as difficult of a choice as you might think. So please congratulate Captain Neil Bright on winning this year's Louis Armstrong Jazz Award. And finally, the National John Philip Sousa Award, given for leadership in the marching band. John Philip Sousa is known for his marches. He's written all kinds of music in all kinds of styles and genres, but he's known for his marches. And so the John Philip Sousa Marching Band Leadership Award this year goes to Gavin Anchando. Thank you, Gavin. I'd like to introduce Grace Price. She's a senior drum captain. She took on the responsibility of writing the story of the class of 2021. We're going to engrave this story on a plaque along with all of the seniors' names and put that up in the band room where it will remain in perpetuity or until it is vandalized or otherwise destroyed. Grace Price.
Real quick, since this is tall, can I be heard? Are we good? Okay. Thank you. Good idea. Okay, there we go. All right. Every journey is unique, but some journeys are truly special. The 4 years that the class of 2021 marched with the Legion of Generals was one such journey. We came to band camp in 2017 as a bunch of 14-year-olds with our heads held high. Immediately, we realized that our freshman year would be one like no other. This was the year that Mr. Calloway got sick and had to take an extended leave from Heritage. In his place, Mr. Wynn, Ms. Taylor, Mr. James, and the leadership team worked with our substitute director, Mr. Self, to make the band ready for Friday night. Our show was entitled Chicago 17 and featured songs by the rock band of the same name. The next year, the show was called The Phantom of the Opera. Mr. Calloway was back, and we were more than ready to take the field with our new show and our new uniforms. Our first competition with Phantom was in a high school gym due to the rain soaking the football field. As soon as we played our first note, the audience jaw dropped and the sound seemed to burst through the concrete walls. It was a sound that no Heritage band member will soon forget. After a successful marching season, we would come to realize that our sophomore year would be the only normal year of our high school band experience. For our junior year, the show we would perform was called Seasons of Love, which was a love letter to fans of Broadway and Aretha Franklin. In January, the wind ensemble performed at the University of Georgia's Jan Fest and the Georgia Music Educators Association in Athens. That March, the night of our LGPE performance, school was canceled for the COVID-19 pandemic. We would not perform our annual spring concert and Moonlight Serenade, and we would stay out of school for the rest of the year. In May, a day after the leadership team was chosen for our senior year, Mr. Calloway informed the band that he would not be our director for the 2020 to 2021 show. A few days later, we learned that Mr. Wynn would come across campus to be our new high school band director. We started our band career with Mr. Wynn, and we were glad that we could finish our career with him too. Then, a new face joined our Heritage family, and that was Mr. Miller, who would be the new middle school band director. With new people and new roles and a strange school schedule, we worked together to perform the show Planet Earth. Throughout our high school career, the leadership team and senior class as a whole learned to lead in the face of adversity. Sometimes, we didn't know if we would be able to come back to school the next day. Like the senior class of 2018, we learned to lead when we didn't know who was in charge, what the show was, or when we would see each other again. We grew from a bunch of nervous freshmen to a force to be reckoned with. Our journey is like no other, and hopefully it will never be repeated again. However, the class of 2021 left behind a legacy of sound leadership, focus, and an unmatched dedication to the Legion of Generals. Thank you.
Before we play our last number, which will be conducted by senior drum major Emily Vaughn and performed by our seniors, called Benediction, we have a little something for all of our senior band members, because what kid doesn't grow up and think, man, I really want a block of wood? But this block of wood is a pretty cool one. Sarah, can I borrow yours? She'll never get it back. I love blocks of wood. This may be for our viewing audience. I don't know if they can zoom in on this block of wood, but it's an amazing block of wood. At the beginning of the year, I asked my leadership team, what could we do with 150 blocks of wood that have been sitting in the instrument storage room since 2008. They had no ideas. And so they sat and sat. And then I talked to Coach Brian Dodson up in our CTAE drafting room, and he had the coolest toy that could turn a block of wood into a commemorative plaque that says Heritage Legion of Generals 2021 with the band logo and the student's name, in this case, the wonderful Sarah Bramlett, and their instrument, trumpet. Each of these students will have this block to hide under their bed for the rest of their lives. Thank you, seniors. Our final song for the wind ensemble, as I said, is a song called Benediction, Closing Prayer. This is going to be conducted by our senior drum major, Emily Vaughn. All of our seniors from the Symphonic Band will be joining us on stage. And please welcome them as they perform Benediction. Thank you, seniors. Thank you, band. Thank you, families. Give us about 5 or 10 minutes to do a little set change. You're welcome to stay for a little bit of fun, a little short jazz set. If you have somewhere to be or the Mexican food is getting cold in the car, we understand. The jazz band will start up in about 5 or 10 minutes. Thank you. All right, sound check is done. I hope that worked. Our first tune is Funky Stuff. Funky Stuff. Solos by Gray Alton and Parker Hayen and Eli Nelson and Noah Grell. Solos by those fellas. Thank you guys. The answer is in the blues. Solos by Andrew Song, Legend Smith, Hayden Buckman, Joel Wolf, Stephen Scott, and Nicholas Mendez, featuring drum soloist Bryce Davidson. That was The Answer is in the Blues. Please welcome to the front of the stage, band captain and recent Louis Armstrong Award winner, I try, Neil Bright, for Georgia on My Mind. Captain Neil Bright. We have one more song for you. It's the final song of our spring, of the concert, of the season, of the 2020-2021 school year. And it's just a fun funk chart by a guy named Chris Berg called Rule the Roost. Ben Hicks. And let's give a hand to Caleb Boland on the drum set. He's been going nuts. Thank you, folks. Have a great night. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Thank you. Thank you for coming. These guys have school in the morning. They're not excused. Thank you.